I want to share with you from Luke 3 today. I've been reading in there, and it's just really an amazing passage about John the Baptist and what he was preaching to the people at the time, and how unusual the message was, and how confronting it was, and how it can still speak to us today. Luke 3, it says, "Here is a voice shouting in the wilderness, 'Prepare the way for the Lord's coming. Clear the road for him. The valleys will be filled, and the mountains and hills will be made level. The curves will be straightened out, and the rough places made smooth. And then all the people will see the salvation sent from God.'" Now, he was talking about Jesus. He was preparing the way. He was a messenger. Then verse 7 in chapter 3 says, "When the crowds came to John for baptism, he said, 'You brood of snakes, who warned you to flee God's coming wrath? Prove by the way you live that you have repented of your sins and turned to God.'" That really always captures me, because first, how often does a preacher or anybody say to you, "Well, you brood of snakes," and get a good attention? None of us like to be called a brood of snakes. And yet that's exactly what John is calling the people that come to visit him and come to hear his message. And he says, "Prove by the way you live." Now that strikes home. Because when we say we're Christians, when we say that we love God, our actions should follow. If they don't, we probably don't really know Jesus. We probably aren't really following him. And I like how John, he gets very practical. He had people say, "What should we do?" And he said, "Be generous. If you have extra clothes, give them away. If you have extra money, give it away. If you have extra food, provide for people." We are called to be people that serve and love one another. God says, "Love me and love others." That's how you prove that you are my follower. If you want to be a follower of Jesus, your actions must follow what you say. If you say you love Jesus, then you're not living a life of sin, and you're following him by loving others. That is huge, and that's the most important stuff. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. Thanks.